Joining us for entertainment is Lara Griffith. Laura, what's happening?
Hey Metro, I'm Lara Griffith, here to bring you the entertainment news from Hollywood, Denver, and even the universe, but we'll get to that later. First, Betty White has joined the 21st century. Everyone's favorite 90-year-old is now on Twitter. Her first tweet was April 10th saying, "Hello Twitter," and they said it would never happen. Oh wait, that was me, unquote. Her name is @BettyM.White, and she's already proving to be quite hilarious. The search has been on since the X Factor dropped half of the judging team after the first season. Now the work is halfway over. Who is the first judge for season 2? None other than Britney Spears. Spears is an obvious choice with her multiple Grammys and experience in the business. Well, we at Entertainment wish Spears the best of luck at her turn being a judge. Watch out because she is back. That quick-tongued lady with no filter will be coming to your TV sets in her new Bravo talk show. It is the fabulous Miss Kathy Griffin. It was a little more than a year ago when Bravo canceled Griffin's reality show, My Life on the D-List. But they must have made up because the show, titled Kathy, will premiere on April 19th. Instead of having celebrity guests, you will have a panel of comedians commenting on recent events. I'm sure this is not the last time we'll be hearing about this show. Oh, and I'm sure Kathy Griffin has a joke about this story. Actress Amanda Bynes is probably best known from The Amanda Show on Nickelodeon in the 1990s. But it's a good thing that most of her fans are grown up now because Bynes has been arrested for a DUI. Not only that, but she basically turned herself in by clipping a cop car. She paid her bail and was released the following morning. She will need to report to court, but no date has been set. Moving on to some sad news in television, 60 Minutes commentator Mike Wallace has passed away at 93. Wallace is best known for his tough interviewing style and receiving more than 20 Emmys in the span of his amazing broadcast journalism career. The Met Report sends condolences to his family and friends. From a look back to a look forward, for the first time ever, Miss Universe will allow a transgender woman to compete in the competition. The decision came after Jenna Talikova was disqualified from competing in March. She has rejoined the competition. Paula Shugart, who is president of the Miss Universe organization, says, "We have a long history of supporting equality for all women, and this was something we took very seriously." Now from the universe down to Denver, summer is almost here and Coors Field had its opening day last week, but if you are not that big of a sports fan, more fun Denver landmarks are opening soon. Elitch Gardens opens its door on May 5th, but you have to wait a little longer for Waterworld, which opens on May 25th. If you just can't wait till May, the Denver Zoo is open all year round and it's spring, so you know there are some new baby animals to check out. That's all this week for entertainment. I'm Lara Griffith, and Lika, I know you would love some baby animals.
I do love baby animals, and I think tigers are my favorite.
It's just yet one other reason to enjoy spring. Well, when we come back, Kevin Hall gives us all the latest in Met Report Sports. Stay with us.
All night long and do it all again so I can find my way back home.
The sun seems to shine a little less since you've been gone.
You were the one I wanted.
Don't stray, don't ever go away.
I'll just smile and everyone will wanna go with it. Oh.
The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference is one of the most historic college organizations in the United States. Founded in 1909, the RMAC has a membership of 14 colleges and universities, making it one of the largest conferences in the country. The RMAC is also one of the most successful. During the past decade, more than 30 RMAC teams have won national championships. The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, continuing the tradition of excellence.
Now joining us on desk is our very own Kevin Hall. So Kevin, how have the Roadrunners been doing this last week?
Well, it was an up and down week for both our baseball and softball teams, but we're getting into the tournament for both baseball, softball, and tennis, so I'll get you caught up in all that sports. So the baseball season hasn't turned out quite like we planned. First-year coach Jared Otis's team has struggled for much of the season, and a weekend series against division-leading New Mexico Highlands isn't the way to get back on track. 8-4, 9-6, and 11-2. 0-3. Not the best start to a weekend, but can we avoid the sweep? With a day like this, how can we not lose? Well, it didn't start out as the runners had planned, as the Cowboys jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead. But that lead didn't last long. How about a grand slam? Junior Gavin Purvis goes yard and clears the bases, and Metro takes the lead. The home runs would not end there. Darren Schultes hits the long bomb as well, and the lead is now 6, up 8-2. But offense was not the only factor in the game. Junior pitcher Carlos Luzon was on fire, throwing a pair of strikeouts, allowing only 2 earned runs on the way to his first victory of the season. And how about a little defense? Metro tag teams to get the double play and would hang on for the win 10-4, avoiding that dreaded sweep and improving to 10-20.
Yeah, Gavin had a great day today. He struggled a little bit early on this weekend, but today he showed up. I think he had a really good approach at the plate, and when they left the fastball up for him, he drove it.
The team's next series is against the Lopers of Nebraska Kearney in Nebraska. This is the first time these teams have faced this season. They were supposed to play at the very beginning of the season, but those games were canceled due to snow. After being swept for the first time in school history, our softball team needed to get away and clear their heads. And Durango looked like a great place to do that, except maybe the first day. After splitting the first games with the Skyhawks 10-3 and 3-11, the women were hoping Saturday would be their day. Metro came out swinging, going up 3-0 early in the game. It was their first lead, and they would never relinquish it. More scoring came from Molly Clark, who had 3 hits, and then in the 6th inning, Kelsey Tillery cracked a long bomb to make it 20 on the season, which leads all of Division II. Fort Lewis tried to come back and scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th, but starting pitcher Aubrey Mall would hold on for the win, her 13th of the season. The women would also win the second game of the day. This time they would shut out the Skyhawks by a score of 7-0. The game was highlighted by a few home runs by Casey Nichols and Chelsea Brew, and pitcher Jordan Randolph got her first career shutout. Now for our tennis teams who are picking up their game just in time for the RMAC tournament. The Roadrunners have 3 RMAC matches left before the conference tourney, but let's recap you on the season thus far for the team. Led by #1 singles star Lucio Cangiano, the men's team sport an unbeaten 3-0 record in conference play. Cangiano is 15-5 in singles competition, and #3 singles Adrian Delvaux has recorded an 11-8 overall record. In doubles competition, Jonathan Evangelista and Thomas Lowe's led the way with their unblemished 3-0 RMAC mark and a 13-8 overall record. On the women's side, the Roadrunners are 2-1 in conference and are led by Nadia Kamis, who is unbeaten against RMAC competition. Marianne Evangelista and Sam Shaw have not lost a match in doubles play and are 11-7 overall on the season. Unfortunately, both teams have lost this weekend to Nebraska Kearney, the men's 6-3 and the women's 7-2. Tennis is playing as we speak against Montana State Billings, and make sure to check out GoMetroState.com for the final scores and to check out the latest news on your favorite Metro State sports teams. So while our current Roadrunners are making strides and leaving their mark on the program, a couple former alumni greats are continuing their great success in the professional world. Former men's soccer stud Stephen Emery and women's soccer star Becca Mays both signed professional contracts this past week. Emery, who was a 2-time Central Region and RMAC Player of the Year, inked a contract with IF Kraft Narpes, a professional team in Finland. The 4-year Metro midfielder played 1 season with the Colorado Rapids before being cut this spring. Mays, who spent 4 years in the Metro State Red and Blue, signed a pro contract with the New England Mutiny of the Women's Professional Soccer League. The former forward had spent the past 2 seasons with Boston Aztec and scored 11 goals and tallied 3 assists.
Well, it looks like some Metro alums are finding success doing what they want to do.
Yeah, I hope he finds continued success wherever they go. I mean, he had a great start with the Rapids, scoring in the preseason and practice, but hopefully he makes it to Finland, makes it back to the States.
I think it's really good for students to see previous Metro students go on to do great things in the world.
Yeah, it's great for the school.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of the Met Report. For Kevin Hall, Lara Griffith, Leka Bryant, and all of us are here at the Met Report. I'm Benjamin Smith, and we'll see you on campus.